So I am Naveeta Negi. I am a teaching fraternity in Delhi University. I teach in Deshbandhu College in the Department of English. And I've been known to serve for, I think, for more than 1 year. I joined his session in 2022 as a student, where I was taking, the initial mock classes for, preparatory exams. So then, fortunately, I got into Delhi University since I've been teaching here for good 8 years. So I got a permanent job now. And then I decided to join him in this yogic journey that he has begun. So I'm just a part of it and enjoying this very process. I can see a lot of transformation happening in myself. So it's been great. It's been great. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So how was your 45 days journey in?
Initially, I was little awkward. I mean, because never practiced such yogic position, which was even difficult to comprehend. But then I started enjoying and liking it more because, see, I've been practicing yoga and meditation together, and this very process of meditation has, enhanced my mental capability. It has helped me in cultivating being more mindful and be more clear about my thoughts and the asanas that we do usually every morning at 5:30 has enhanced my physical flexibility and my strength. So it has been a wonderful journey. I didn't realize that I covered 45 days, in fact. So it seems like I enjoy each and every day. So each and every day is full of spark and positivity. I think that is the beauty of Sir's class, that he instills a sense of positivity and a sense of being optimistic towards life and your body that way. So before that, I never used to pay importance to my mental health and physical well-being. So now I realize that my mental well-being and my physical health is utterly important. So I am very conscious about my mental, health that ways. So it's been a wonderful journey. I don't want this journey to be concluded or should, she should go. I mean, there should be continuity in it. So I hope that Sir keeps on doing this yoga practices with her. So I've become a yogic, not yogic, but in a process of becoming a yogic one day. Unlike Sir, actually, he is the master, so we just follow him and we trust him. Actually, that's a trust thing that has helped me to be in this journey. So, and the kind of individual attention that he gives to each and every participant, I mean, it's beyond any explanation because he treats each and every participant as a part of his family. So he ensures that each and every, it's not just one person's journey. It should be the journey of the entire group that is with him every day at 5:30. There are around 14 participants, and each one has a different experience and connection with Sir. But the one connection that is with him is this yoga experience, this yoga that we are doing with him. So it's been wonderful. I don't have words actually to express how elated I'm right now feeling in being a part of this whole process and this detoxification process. Yes.
So good to hear that from you, ma'am. Ma'am, could you please let us know how you felt before doing yoga or before following the diet which was prescribed, and how do you feel now, ma'am?
Initially, I had a lot of bodily issues. I have thyroid. I'm still struggling with it because I had this thyroid for good. It's been like more than 8 years, 10 years now. So, but I've seen that it has become lesser compared to my previous reports. And I am a very anxious person, an overthinker. So there is, if you, I just can't, being mindfulness is something which is not my cup of tea. I used to be everywhere. I want to be informed about everything, and I used to be very anxious that ways. So meditation did help me a lot in keeping myself sane and just being in myself, and and this the detox process has helped me a lot. I'm also suffering with PCOD, but I've noticed that the level of PCOD has also decreased. It is considerably low compared to my previous reports, which was last year's. I mean, that was very that was a concern actually. So I can see a lot of bodily changes happening. I mean, health wise, I'm feeling better, more flexible. I come from a family which are into athletics and sports, and I when I look at myself, I feel ki I stand nowhere in compare to the compare I mean in comparison to them, because I became very lethargic. I used to procrastinate a lot. I used to think about, doing some exercises, and but never actually thought of doing it, just for the sake of bodily thing. But it is all because of Sir's class. I've realized, I should get back to myself and my mental well-being. So it did, I can see a lot of changes. Even my family can notice those changes. They're happy. In fact, the why I wanted to join these classes, there was a major reason. I have a small child who is 3.5 years old. So I one day he was playing in the playground with other kids, and I was just looking at him and the other mothers who are physically fitter than me were playing with the kids. So I feel a sense of guilt. It is all because of my heavy body, and I keep making excuses that I'll do it next time, next time, next time, but I never do it. So that very moment I realized, no, I have to be healthy for your family, for myself, for my own mental well being. My health is more important. So, my little son made me realize the importance of health. So, that very moment, I decided, I have to work on myself. So, yeah, I can see those changes now. I feel more at peace, a greater sense of peace. I think I haven't achieved it, but somehow I feel a little sense of it, that yes, I can. If this process keeps going on, I'll be a part of it. Today itself, we did one detoxification asana, and instead of feeling weak or lethargic, I'm still feeling, and I'm very feel energetic that way. So these are the differences, but they are gradual differences, gradual changes, and I'm sure by the another 1 2 month I'll be a more fitter person, and a more sane one. In fact, okay,
So
yes.
happy for your changes, ma'am. Ma'am, like, how did you feel when you started this yoga session? Like, getting early in the morning, practicing new diets, like your food routine changes. So, how do you feel
Yeah.
about it,
See,
ma'am?
I'm a early riser because as I've told you, I have a little son who wakes up at 6 o'clock. He sleeps around 9:30. He wakes up at 5:30, 6 o'clock. So, getting up early in the morning was not a big deal for me. But I was happy that these classes are happening at 5:30. I used to tell my husband, he's not here. He's posted in Tripura. I encouraged him to join this session, but he seemed busy. He said, I'll do it next time, next time. So I told him that when the entire world sleeps, the 5:30 club thrives on doing yoga and trying to make changes. So it was not a big deal. Yes, the food that we started, I mean, the plan that Sir gave us helped, I mean, predominantly in many ways, because usually I used to abstain myself from eating fatty food or junk food, because I believe that my stomach is very delicate that way. It gets upset quite easily. So from the beginning I used to have healthy fruit, but the diet plans, but I never tried having dry fruits earlier. So the food that we take every day, which Sir has planned for us, for each one of us, individual attention. He's given individual attention to each and every participant. So they are, I mean, they are very good. In fact, that has also made me realize the importance of having healthy food, organic food, or seasonal food, not anything which you get frozen food or packed food. He made us realize the importance of having food, you cook instantly and have it within 15 minutes or half an hour. Never realize ki, okay, the packed food can be seems healthy, but they're actually not healthy. So I'm into more organic food, I take a lot of salads, sprouts, and fruits that phase. My family initially they were hesitant. See, there are a lot of no, I mean there are a lot many people in my family. There is just my little son and my caretaker. So initially it was difficult for them as well to introduce to them to this kind of lifestyle, but they cohabitate. They like it. We don't have any option. My mama is eating this, so I have to eat them too. So now I have brought this slow changes in my other family members' dietary, and they have also started taking natural, more organic food, seasonal, in fact, not the one which is available in packed food, refrigerated food. So we abstain from that. It, yeah, obviously what you eat is a reflection of your health and personality. So eat healthy. It will encourage you to think positive. It will bring more positivity to yourself and to your life as well. And if you are positive from inside, you will reflect it to the outer world as well. If you are not happy or unhealthy inside, feeling lethargic and procrastinating, that it will be reflected to the other people as well. So it is like that sort of.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, it's so inspiring and so sweet of you that you explained so many things, ma'am. Ma'am, may I have some more questions to you?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And how do you feel like your food is also limited, and how do you feel about it, ma'am? Do you feel low in the sense? Do you feel dull or drained out easily?
Sometimes, because see, every day I can't be so energetic. There are times, there are days when I feel so low in energy. But the moment I start doing little exercises, if I'm in college you have to deliver lecture for good 2, 3, 4 hours. You have to speak constantly. You have to sit for a longer, prolonged time. So I do little sort of sitting exercises, and again get back to my life and energy again. So it does, because if you continue doing these yoga exercises, there won't be any, you won't feel that sort of, pain or inflexibility. You feel more energetic and flexible in terms of that. So I would recommend that doing yoga it's better to do yoga than exercises, because in exercising you know, uh, put and pull a lot of weight. So it's more on weight. It's not, it doesn't work intrinsically. And while you do yoga, it works both ways. It gives you, it keeps you energized from inside and outside, both ways. So yes, sometimes I feel very low, but I get back to it by do little yogic exercises whenever there is possible, be sitting or standing. It does help in that way. So that's the thing.
So good, ma'am. So, ma'am, like, could you conclude by narrating as a short story, ma'am, like a journey before and after, how you feel now, how do people, uh, definitely we would have got some good appreciations from people looking at us. So,
Yes, I remember one incident when I was invited to a wedding, and I took my yoga mat and they were looking at me with surprising eyes and shocked. Why she is carrying a yoga mat with her? I mean, because I have to stay that day. I had to stay with my cousin for a day or two, so I brought my yoga mat with me, and she was looking at me. Why the hell you brought this yoga mat? I mean, what are you doing? We are providing beds to our guests, so why did you bring it? And I told her, okay, see, this is, I do this exercises every day, and for me this yoga mat is essential. It is inseparable. It is a part of my existence now. So it was your wedding and you had invited me to be here for 2 days. Without a mat, I can't survive. So when the entire, the room was filled with cousins and people, and at 5 o'clock I got up, I spread out my yoga mat outside the washroom. I thought, okay, I'll do the yoga in the washroom because there was no place to do yoga. So then I started doing my yoga exercises, and then all of a sudden, everybody got up and they were like, okay, let her finish this thing. And they were enjoying actually. But when I encourage people to join yoga classes, they think 5:30 is too early to do. We are happy that we can see immense changes in your personality and health, but 5:30 is too. So, for and foremost, it becomes very difficult to make people understand, the very idea of getting up early. It seems very daunting. No, 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 I can't do it. But anyhow, when you become, it becomes a part of your daily existence, daily routine, you feel comfortable about it. So yes, I remember that incident. And I have to eat food early, so people have stopped inviting me to parties because they are late night parties. So they don't invite me, knowing that if she comes, then she will crave, then she will go early. So let's not invite her. And even if they invite me, they prepare healthy stuff for me. So I ensure that it's not just at home. I do this, I follow this thing, these practices. Even if I go outside, I go to different places. You need to socialize with a lot of people. Being into this practice of yoga and meditation doesn't mean that you abstain yourself from any social activity. You have to be a part of it, but still believe and ensure that you follow them even if you're outside. So I do little tiny things. People get upset with it, but what to do? I have to because that's the only thing, that is the only healthy fuel I'm taking in. I can't just take any junk food, because even if I take any junk food, that makes my stomach upset. So my abdomen has developed that sensitivity towards fried food now. So these are tiny. Lot of stories are there, but I'm not just recalling anyone. Just two stories I remember. Stop inviting me to social gatherings, and yoga mat is everywhere I take usually. So it's just my college where I don't take these yoga mats. Otherwise, they will like, okay, she is a crackpot now. She is in a different world. But this is not something which is different. I believe that everybody should adopt this healthy habit of doing yoga. It doesn't bring gradual changes in your body, but it does bring a lot of changes in your personality. I mean, that is very important. We look for a opportunity and a way to make change in our life. So begin by, initiate it by loving yourself, loving this body, treating this body as a temple, and taking care of it every single day. I mean, that's not very big thing to ask for. It's not a very massive thing that we can, I'm demanding. It's a very normal phenomena. And sometimes we forget this very essence of this being in this natural world and taking care of our body like a temple. So this is my story. I can't recall anymore. Possibly next time I have more interesting story to discuss. Yes.
It's really so inspiring that somehow even you be the
So Rajesh,
inspiration for
let
other
me
people.
ask you one question. Since you are working for some, actually, so do you practice this thing? Do you wake up at, because what is your take on it? Because see, you're working with Prem sir, so I want to ask you. Let me turn the table and ask you: do you also practice this thing?
So, yes, ma'am. I do some yoga, but not in the morning. I do in evening because I have to rush to college in the morning. It's like 45 kilometers away from college. So
Oh,
I travel
wow.
every day from home to college.
It's another journey and yogic journey that you do every day. Traveling is a task. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 22, ma'am.
Oh, I'm 36.
Oh,
I'm almost like 12 years older. So I think that age is not a bar when you do yoga. You can do any person who is fit and fine and thinking of making some changes in their personality and life can should be encouraged to do yoga. It's very therapeutic. It's very therapeutic. Getting to know your body, yourself, your mind. Even meditation helped me a lot in keeping my mentally stable. I'm not saying I have some sort of psychological disorder, but I've been an overthinker throughout my life. I become very anxious, and to I don't know, there are a lot of psychological thing, and I used to feel claustrophobic. I discussed this incident with sir in one of the sessions. I told him that usually I have this very fear of traveling in confined places like metros, buses. I feel very claustrophobic. So I had gone to one workshop at Khalsa College. It's a college in Delhi University. So while going back I mean, we decided that we will take metro. So I didn't tell my friend that I don't like traveling in metro because it makes me feel, claustrophobic. But I didn't say anything because they decided it's easier. So the moment I got inside the metro, I realized for 1 minute I was feeling little giddy and very, apprehensive. What will happen? What will happen? And I started breathing and doing that, pranayama yoga that we do in our classes. And that the very moment I realized that I have gotten over from this fear of feeling claustrophobic because I was feeling okay. That was very therapeutic and liberating. I've been suffering with this psychological thing, psychological restraint for past 3 4 years, and the very moment I realized, I am now out of this mental fear of being so claustrophobic. So that ways that is the another story that I discussed. I think. Yeah. So this is my journey. It's not has ended, but it will continue definitely.
Sure, ma'am. Wishing you like all the best wishes, all good lucks to you, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, I am privileged to share this platform with Sir and you. In fact, you're younger, way younger. So I'm sure that you will one day, realize the importance. You will definitely know how yoga is helping people in getting out of their some body deficiencies and disorders. But yes, it is very therapeutic that ways, and everybody should be encouraged to practice it.
So good to hear all sweet words from you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Wish you all good luck. Take care, ma'am.
So I am Navita Negi. I am a teaching fraternity in Delhi University.